Hello viewers, back to my channel Concepts of Statistics. Viewers, I hope you are fine. Friends, today we will discuss about multiplication of matrices. So let's start our lesson. So I'm writing here two matrices A and B are comfortable for multiplication giving product AB if the number of columns of matrix A is equals to number of rows of matrix B. So two matrices A and B are comfortable for multiplication if the number of columns of matrix is equals to number of rows of matrix B. Now we take example. Let A equals, this is a matrix A and the elements of matrix A are 1, 2, 3, 0, and the other matrix is B and the elements of B are 4 and 1. So in which you will see if we take the number of columns in matrix A. This is a C1, column 1 and C2. There are two columns in matrix A and this is the R1 and this is R2. So there are two in matrix B. So the number of columns and the numbers of rows are equal. So it means these two matrices are comfortable for multiplication. Now we take another example which two matrices are comfortable for multiplication. Like if we take other example, this is a matrix A and the elements are 1, -1, 1 and 0. And the other is the B matrix and the elements of B are 2, -1, 1 and 3. So in which if you will see, this is a C1 and this is C2. There are two columns in matrix A and if we will see in B matrix, this is R1 and this is R2. There are two rows in column B. So number of columns and the number of rows are equal in both matrices. So that's why these two matrices are comfortable for multiplication. We will discuss in later how to multiply, what is the procedure of multiplication of two matrices. But first I will give you some examples which two matrices are comfortable for multiplication. So now we take another example, like if we have a question like this, if we have two matrices like this, the matrix A and the elements of matrix A are, this is a 1, 2, 0, -1 and -1 and -2, and the B is, the elements are 1, 0, -1 and 0, 1 and 2. So in this, if you will see the first matrix A, this is a C1 and this is C2. So there are two columns in matrix A and in matrix B, you will see this is the R1 and this is the R2. There are two rows in column B, sorry, in matrix B. So it means the number of columns and the number of rows are equal. So that's why these two matrices are comfortable for multiplication. Like we take example, another example in which we will see which two matrices are not comfortable for multiplication. So these are examples of matrices which are comfortable for multiplication. I am writing here. These are matrices which are comfortable for multiplication. Now I am writing the examples of matrices which are not comfortable for multiplication. Okay, now I'm writing here, if we have a matrix A, like the matrix A, if we have the elements of matrix A are 1 and minus 1, and the B matrix and the elements of matrix B are 0, 1, minus 1 and 2. Okay, so if you will see in which this is just one column C1, and you will see here these are two rows. This is the R1 and this is the R2. There are two rows in matrix B. So number of columns and the number of rows are not equal in these two matrices. So that's why these two matrices are not comfortable for multiplication. So I'm writing here these are matrices which are not comfortable for multiplication because the number of columns of matrix A is not equals to the number of rows in matrix. So this is an example of matrices which are not comfortable for multiplication. I hope students you will understand till here. So if you have any problem, if you have any confusion, you can write comment in comment box. Okay, now students, we will see the procedure how to multiply of two matrices, comfortable matrices. So let's see. Students, this is an example. Now we will multiply of these two matrices. So we will write AB as product because this shows we will do multiplication. So now, so if you will see students, this is a row 1, R1. You will multiply this first row with the first column of matrix B. So how you will do it? So 1 times 4 and then plus the next is 2 times 1. You will multiply the first element of matrix A with the first element of matrix B. This is a 1 times 4, and then you will multiply the second element of matrix A with the second element of matrix B, like this, and you will write down the plus between these two values. Now in the next row you will write down, you will take this the R2 and multiply this R2 with this C1. So how will you do it? So it's 3 times 4 and then add 0 times 1. So now we will multiply, now we will calculate the values. So 1 times 4 is 4, then plus, and 2 times 1 is 2. Then the next is 3 times 4 is 12, then plus 0 times 1 is 0. Then 4 plus 2 is 6, and then 12 plus 0 is 12. Just calculate the values. So this is the answer. This is the product of the matrix A and matrix B. That is our answer. So I hope you understood this method. Okay, now we take another example. Students, this is our next example. So first of all, we will write down here, this is the AB because we are multiplying two matrices A and B. Now see the first row R1 in matrix A and multiply with the first column of matrix B. So the first element is 1 and the first element of matrix B is 2. So 1 times 2 and then plus, and then the second element of matrix A is minus 1 and the second element of matrix B or is 1, so it's minus 1 times, and you can write this in brackets because for confusion, because here you will see a plus sign and minus is attached with 1. So for this you will write brackets. So then the minus 1 times with 1. The next you will see here, this is the R2, and you will multiply this R2 with the second row of matrix A with the second column of matrix B. This is the R1, this is the R2, this is the C1, and this is the C2. So I'm mentioning here this is the R1 times C1 and the second in which R2 times C2. So 1 times minus 1 and then plus 0 times 3. So we have done till here, just calculate the values. So 1 times 2 is 2, then plus minus makes minus, and 1 times 1 is 1. The next is 1 times 1 is 1, but the sign is minus because plus minus makes minus. Because we are multiplying signs also, because two numbers are multiplied together. So plus, and 0 times 3 is 3. Sorry, 0. And then just calculate the values. So 2 minus 1 is 1, and minus 1 plus 0 is minus 1. That is our answer. That is the multiplication of matrix A and matrix B. That is the answer. So I suggest you understood till here, and I think you understood this example. So if you have any confusions, any problems, you can write comment in comment box. Okay, so students, to start the next example, this is my request. Please subscribe my channel and please like my video and share my videos with your friends and family. Now we take another example. Okay, so this is our next example. So start it. So we will write it here AB. This is the product of AB. It is multiplication. And now, okay, so the first, this is the row 1, R1. And we will multiply this R1 with C1 of matrix B. So this is the same as usual, 1 times 1, then plus 2 times 0. Now, this is the R2, and we will multiply this R2 with C2 of matrix B. So this is a 0 times 0, then plus, and this is a minus 1 times 1. Okay, now the next one is, this is the R3, and we will multiply this R3 of matrix A with the C3 of matrix B. So it's minus 1 times minus 1, then plus minus 2 times 2. So I'm writing here, the first row is a result of R1 times C1, the second row is a result of R2 times C2, and the third row is a result of R3 times C3. So now we will calculate the values. This is the AB, and then 1 times 1 is 1, then plus 2 times 0 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0, then what is the sign here? Is a minus, because plus minus makes minus, and 1 times 1 is 1. The next one is minus minus makes plus, and 1 times 1 is 1. So it's plus 1 is a result of minus 1 times minus 1. Then the next one is plus minus makes minus, and 2 times 2 is 4. Now we will calculate the values. 1 plus 0 is 1. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. And then there is 1 minus 4 is minus 3. That is the result of the multiplication of matrix A and matrix B. I hope students you understood this method. Students, please subscribe my channel and please like my video. And we will see you in the next video. Bye.